Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a what's in my art trolley video. Yeah, so recently I just organised all my art stuff into this trolley and these drawers. Let's get started. I got this trolley from Amazon first of all, I'll link it below. And the main purpose for this trolley was to make sure that if I want to do some art, that everything is here for me to just pick what I need from, especially like paints, paint brushes, because I felt like I had all my art resources were like in boxes, they were in different rooms. So every time I wanted to like do some art, I would end up to search through different rooms to get all my art supplies together. So anyway, let's get started. So the top one is for, like, as you can see here, all my paint brushes that I keep in here. The smaller ones are in this one, like watercolour brushes, smaller brushes for acrylic. These are mainly soft brushes, watercolour, some soft brushes, the more detailed ones. I do like the feel of these. So this, if you're interested, why is that stuck to it? Oh, it's got tape on there. I'll sort that out in a minute. So if you're interested in what some of these brushes are, so I use a lot of Pro Art brushes, and they do different brushes for different painting that you want to do. Mediums, that's it. Then we've got this Graduate Daily Money Flat Wash, which is a nice brush. This fluffy one here is a watercolour brush. Can't get the focus. There we go. A round mop. That one. So yeah, we have a variety of brushes, and then next to it I have things like scissors. I use these to put the ground on a canvas, so like the background, for instance. I'll show you an example. So like this here, I think I did use one of these for this, just for this bit here, for that painting. So like these are quicker and smoother to put your paints on, especially if you're using acrylic. So yeah, and these are very cheap. You can just get them in a pack from the art store, or you can probably find them on Amazon as well. So that's those. Just pop that back. And then also I have palette knives in here, because I use palette knives for not only painting but also to mix paint. I primarily use acrylic paint. So as you can see, this one's quite well worn, my favourite one. So yeah, I like to use these for actually painting and also mixing paint. I find the round tip one good for mixing paint. This one's the best one that I like to use for actually mixing paint, but this one also does the job. And then we go on to, so paint brushes in that section, palette knives, and these sponge things, I don't know what they're called. And then in this little section, I've just got this, I didn't know where to put it, so I just bunged it there. I'm sure I'll find some sort of use for it. Then I've got my little spray bottles. So with acrylic paint, acrylic paint can dry quite quickly, so I always have one of these on hand with water, and it just puts a fine mist. I use it to mist the paint basically. Got some clips here. I don't know why I've got pliers in here. That's not in the right place, but I'll just leave them there for now. Just put that back. And then I've got an apron, which is really handy. So like whenever I want to do painting, I don't feel like I have to get changed. I've had this apron for many years. So let me just show it a bit. I think I just got it from an art store, to be honest. It's been washed, so and I've had it for quite some time, but still in quite good nick. But yeah, that's the apron I use if I want to paint, and it's got pockets. Let me see if I can see a tag on it. I don't think there is. I can't remember where I got this from, but I got it quite some years ago, probably online. But you can probably pick up an apron. It's like a canvasy cotton type material, quite soft, especially now it's been washed a few times. And then in the next slot we've got more brushes. These are my long handle brushes that I use mainly. These are my like paint brushes that I use for most of my paintings. I use the same brushes really, but different sizes. I think I've shown these brushes before in videos. So these are the brushes, that they're hog hair brushes. So yeah, they're the main brushes I use, and I've got rulers, some other little bits and bobs in here. What's this? I've got this ruler. I think it used to be my dad's. My dad passed away. Yeah, it is. This ruler is extremely old. Not saying that my dad was really old. He passed away when he was quite young, actually. But it kind of folds out. It's not actually a very good ruler because it's not actually that straight. But obviously, because it was my dad's, I'll just keep it, as you can see. But yeah, it's a fold-out wooden ruler. So yeah, it's very nice. So yeah, that's more of like a sentimental thing, because my dad was into like woodwork. He used to crochet. He was very crafty. He used to be into like making things, basically, which is probably where I get everything, all that stuff from. Then we've got a cutter. This ruler is probably one of my favourites. It's a metal ruler. I think this is for no, that's not the interior design one, but yeah, this ruler is very handy, my favourite ruler that I like to use. And yeah, it's just some more packs of paintbrushes. I've used one of those, but yeah, so packs of paintbrushes as well. I don't know why I've got so many paintbrushes when I actually only use those ones that I just showed you. These ones have not been used either, but they're on hand. And we've got some little canvases here that I'm not entirely sure what to do with, but I've used one of them, which I need to fix up this. It's got need to fix up this. I'm gonna actually paint this and do some gold leafing, because I want to practice my gold leaf, and I thought this would be a good little practice because it's only small, but it'll be give me some practice. But yeah, I've just got some spare canvases. I think I did have a project in mind for these, but I just can't remember what it was. I think it was to do with like painting I went to New York and I had took some photos and I wanted to like do some little paintings. So maybe, whether I'm still going to do that or not, I don't know. I don't know. If the mood takes me, I might. And so just put that back. Yeah, I had a colour wheel here, so that's a colour wheel, which I don't really use that much, but I just keep it there in case I need to reference anything. And we've also got some glues, got some Mod Podge and Pritt Stick, the good old faithful Pritt Sticks. Then we've got some palettes, which I use quite often. So yeah, just some plastic palettes there. Then I've got my small watercolour set, which I do use. And these are just templates for the current painting that I'm doing, because I was testing it all out before I actually painted on the canvas. So yeah, I drew these, cut them out, and then so I could work out the placement for them on the canvas. There's the other one here for the larger flower. And let's just put that back. Another spray bottle for water. So yeah, if you're working with acrylics, it's always good to have a spray bottle on hand. And then we've got, this has got markers in it. No, liners, not markers, liners. So I've got all my liners in here. Had this for quite a while as well. And then we've got all my watercolours are in here. Then I've got some of this glitter, which I used for a painting ages ago. Let me see if I can. The quality of this glitter is really good. I just found them actually when I was doing my sorting out. I've used that one. Yeah, this is all my watercolour paints. So I've got different types of watercolour paints in there. Then I've got my markers. These are acrylic paint markers, which are really handy. So these are the best ones. I've tried so many. If you want acrylic paint markers, these are, there we go. These are the ones to get. These are a medium nib. So I can see, let me see if I can show you the nib. That's the nib there. This is from Amazon. $12.99, 12 markers, and you get those colours. And these are like, these ones are the fine acrylic paint markers, which I'm not that keen on. They're fine, they're extra fine tip, they're fine if you want to do like more detailed work. And then we've got some watercolor pens here. I just got a pack of these recently from Temu, which came in a large pack of different types of water, not this one, that one's old, but I got a pack of different types of that. Temu are really good for cheap art supplies. And we got some more liners. These are brush ones I haven't actually used, so I've just put that there. And also we've got, I like to use these Mono Zero. These are rubbers, but I've used it up. I need to get you can get refills for these. And then we've got another, this is my mini watercolor pocket. So you can fit quite a lot in this trolley. These holders, so these holders are separate. That I'm putting, so these actual little there's two holders in here. So there's this one and this one, and I think I got them from IKEA, if I remember rightly. I could be wrong, but they fit so perfectly in there with little root gaps so that I could slot other stuff. And we've got some gold leaf here. This is like actual 24 karat gold leaf, so that's being used sparingly for project. And this is my glove for digital drawing. I haven't actually used it. I actually forgot I had it. I was actually going to buy one, and then when I did my sort out to put everything in this trolley, I found it and I was like, oh my god, I was just about to buy one. Then I've just got a watercolour pot, some masking tape, and this one I've got, this is just like a cheap, like it's just got some like cheap watercolours in it. It's really rubbish, but I kept it because my daughter likes to do stuff. If I'm painting and stuff, if she wants to do it, I can just give her something like that, which won't impose on my expensive art materials. So I got these paints a while ago. They're shimmery. I haven't actually used them, but I bought them because they're shimmery, so I actually do want to use them for something. But they're a little bit, I think you have to be careful when you're using these because of the ingredients, but they're really good, high quality shimmery paints. I don't know, let me see if I can, I'll put the back on there for you, so if you care, you can just pause and read the back. There you go. Yeah, and then I've just got this is my mechanical pencil. Again, this was my dad's. I use this for all my sketching. I absolutely love this. You can just buy refills for it as well. Mechanical pencils are my go-to for like sketching. Yeah, I've just got some other little pens and things in there. So now we're going to go down to the next row down, which is my paints. So I typically use Dale & Rowney System Free acrylic paint. So I've just got all different, this is my usual palette of colours that I use, and obviously you can mix up a lot of these, which I do to get your different tones and shades. So yeah, I've just got the big pots of ones that I use quite often. So there's like the basic fit ones, you know, like primer colours and basic colours. That sap green is like my green that I like to use. And we've got, what's this one? Oh, raw umber, always a good one. Yeah, so yeah, we do have Payne's Grey is one of my favourites. It's like a bluey kind of, it's like a bluey kind of grey. I use that a lot for stuff. I've got these, I've got a set of these, I've got more of these Winsor & Newton inks, but Newton inks, sound a bit cockney then. Winsor & Newton inks, this is gold metallic, and this is silver. I only kept these two aside. I think I've got some more in here. Where are they? I'm not sure. Yeah, so I've got some more in here. Different inks. You can use these with a brush. So I've got quite a collection. I love small things. To be honest with you, I probably bought these just for the packaging and the fact that they're small, but the silver and gold are really pigmented, so I'm actually going to use them in my current painting that I'm doing. So yes, I do like those, and they're very high quality as well, so they're worth, if you were looking for some different inks, I highly recommend the Winsor & Newton ones, these ones in particular. They might be a bit more, I don't know, I bought these quite some time ago, so not all of them are probably usable. Then I've got some medium here, which is, I think it's a gel medium, heavy gel gloss, there. Thicker than golden heavy body colours, it just thickens up your paint if you're looking for a nice impasto filter things. And then we've got another little box of these like loose acrylic paints in there. I'm not going to get them all out. Just some more colours in there. And we've got some more canvases here, which I'm using for my 50 paintings project that I haven't actually finished yet. If you want to know more about that project, I've got a video on it on my channel. And which should be, if you look through the videos, it won't be that far back. Surprisingly, I can fit so much stuff in, and all of this stuff came out of about 4 plastic storage boxes fitted in this trolley. So I've got my water containers here that I use regularly. I've got my little figure. So these are non-toxic oil painting, don't know the proper term for it, but you can use this for oil painting along with this cold pressed linseed oil. So these two are less toxic. If you want to do oil painting and you don't want the toxicity, you can just use these. They're very environmentally friendly as well. If you look into I would suggest looking into the Zest It brand and have a look, and I think you'll find that they're a very good option for oil painting. I've got some retarder, which makes your makes your acrylics paint last longer, so it doesn't dry out as quick. I actually forgot I had this, so let's keep this to hand. And then we've got some Indian ink for sketching. I usually use this with a brush. I've got some pictures on my Instagram where I've done some artwork using Indian ink, if you scroll right down to early stages. And then we've got, this is the varnish I use. I always use Winsor & Newton varnish, gloss or satin. And then this is fixative for drawing, so sketching or charcoal, pencils and charcoal, crayons. So if you're doing like drawings or sketches, you can just buy some of this and give it a quick spray after, and it will fix it in place. And then we've got more varnish. I think it's just the same. Oh, this is the gloss one. This is gloss. And then this one I bought recently, which is satin varnish as well. And some more medium, which is glazing medium. I use this quite a lot. It's like you can get like an oil painting effect using glazing medium. So the technique of this is, so you do your acrylic layer of painting, and at the end, to kind of go over any areas or bring up any areas, you can use glazing medium to glaze it. So you mix this with a little bit of the paint colour that you want to use and glaze it. I use that technique a lot. I learnt that technique from another artist who did a course. I did their course. It was like how to paint in acrylics, but using acrylics as if they're oils, and the medium to do that with is the glazing medium, basically. I don't know if I explained that very well. Some flow improver for my acrylic paints. So yeah, quite a few different mediums there. And we've got some more paints here. These are just some cheap ones. Again, I can just like let my daughter use these cheap ones. And then I've just got some more. I need to buy some more of this titanium buff. I use that quite a lot. I'm always buying that along with titanium white. But yeah, so some more paints in there. So yeah, that is my what's in my trolley video. I hope you found this informative and maybe gave you some inspiration for new art supplies, or gave you some information on art supplies that you wasn't aware of. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a like below, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I'm looking at doing some more kind of vlog style art with a mix of daily life, books type mixture videos on this channel, just to maybe spice it up a bit. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.